Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another reaction episode to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Haarute, and my name is Matt. Hello, what's up? I hope you don't mind, but I'm not gonna wear my glasses today because here's the thing, I'm sick, and I've been sick for like 2 days now. And it's not so much sick as it is just like my nose is just congested, it's runny, it's hell. And it's been like that for like a day, and you can really see it, but my left eye has been tearing up for like a full day now, like almost 2 days. So I'm coming in low energy, and well, the glasses because I don't want to apply pressure on my nose bridge, so fuck that. Hello, Buffy. So last time on Buffy, what happened? We got the Giles episode. I literally don't remember the title of the episode, but it was the Giles episode. We got Ethan back, but more importantly, we got to see what happened in Giles' past and kind of what drives him, you know? Like, what was it that made Giles the person that he is? And I like that Buffy and everyone got to see that Giles is like a real person, you know? That has had experiences and feelings, and the reason why he is the way he is not just because he's like a cartoon character, right, or a stereotype, is because he has a story, and that story led somewhere, and that's just kind of how it is for everyone. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that episode. Patreon, check out the Patreon, check out the link in the description below where you can watch the next 2 episode reactions and hear my thoughts on them, as well as full-length reactions. So yeah, check out the link in the description for that, or just pop up on screen. Let us begin. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 2, episode 9. Let's go. I mean, look at this. This eye is not doing well. Oh my god. Start calling me leaky-eyed Luca. Holy shit. Career fair.
You're not gonna be young forever.
Yes, but I'll always be stupid.
I feel that.
Why are you even taking the test?
It's Principal Snyder's Hoop of the Week. He's not happy unless I'm jumping. Believe me, I would not be here otherwise.
You're not even a teensy-weensy bit curious about what kind of career you could have had?
This is also not a thing where I live. Like, I'm piecing together what they're doing based on what they're saying. Oh, is this a tarot? I only have like very surface level knowledge of the major arcana.
Give us some peace, would you? Can't you see I'm working? I'm sorry, kitten.
I genuinely wonder how many people's like S&M awakenings happen because of these two.
We're running out of time.
Oh, do we have a timer? Oh, is Drusilla gonna die if we don't like save her in time? And I don't want her to go because she's really good character, so. You would have me rooting for the bad guy if it's to save Drusilla.
He can't help you. Not without a key.
Some kind of code?
Yeah.
I'll dance with you, pet.
He even calls her pet. Like, this guy's just like, get a room, you two. I feel like the more I touch it, the more it's gonna water, so I want not to do. God, I wish I had an eye patch. That would be cool. Shit, I looked right when the spider showed up. I'm so fucking stupid. I hate it. I hate it. I'm good. That was like 100% a genuine scream. I hate it. I hate it here. God damn it. I'm gonna start crying, and it's not gonna be because of the eyes, it's just gonna be because of the spiders. We're good. We're chilling. This seems to be a plot episode because of Spag and Drusilla showing up, so that's a good thing. Oh, it's that guy. I think that's the same guy, isn't it? Oh, did he run away?
Gone.
Okay, he ran away. Whatever he was doing was really important, so that's why he ran away. Okay, here's Angel.
And you don't have to whisper. Mom's in LA till Thursday. Art buying her something.
Okay, cool.
Why'd you come in through the window?
Habit.
That's good.
We're having this thing at school.
Career week?
Yeah.
How did you know?
I lurk.
I want a normal life. Like I had before.
Do you have a normal life at any point?
You're the one freaky thing in my freaky world that still makes sense to me.
Aww.
Was this part of your normal life?
Are we gonna learn about her
my
past?
God.
That would be really cool, because we never
My
did.
Dorothy Hamill phase. My room in LA was pretty much a shrine.
This is good. I wanted. Oh, we're gonna skate with Angel.
And a couple of 100 demons ago.
There's a rink out past Route 17. So
We're gonna skate with Angel. We're gonna skate date. I feel like plot is gonna get in the way, sadly. But it would be really cool if we got that.
When you look at me, do you think prison guard? They just
Prison
sent the
guard?
assignments for the career fair, and according to my test results, I can look forward to being gainfully employed in the growing field of corrections.
Well, at least you'll be on the right side of the bars.
Laugh now, Missy. They assigned you to the booth for law enforcement professionals,
As in police?
as in polyester, donuts, and brutality.
But donuts? That wasn't what?
On the list.
But I handed in my test. I used a number 2 pencil.
Then I guess you must have passed.
It's not the kind of test you pass or fail.
Your name wasn't up there, Will.
Yeah.
Vampire who escaped. Did you see what he took?
No, but I can take a guess and say it was something old.
You made no effort to find out what was taken. This could be very serious. I mean, if you'd made an effort to be more thorough in your
You know,
observation.
if you don't like the way I'm doing my job, why don't you find somebody else? Oh, that's right. There can only be one. As long as I'm alive, there is no one else.
We have to be introspective now. Our only concern is to discover what was stolen from that mausoleum last night.
True, but also that scene was a little bit weird. It felt like we have that scene every other episode, and sometimes it feels really out of place.
Once you're well
Okay,
again,
so this cross.
we'll have a coronation down Main Street. The Order of Taraka.
The bounty hunters?
Ooh.
They're coming to my party. 3 of them.
Okay. I don't know which cards those were.
Of Taraka, I mean.
The Order of
Isn't that
Taraka.
overkill?
No,
No, okay, building
I
them
think
up.
it's just enough kill.
Was that Devil and Strength? And I'm not sure which one was in the middle. I'll have to go back and check. Was that Strength? I think Strength is a lion. That didn't look like a lion.
Willow Rosenberg, come with us, please.
I was wondering if something like this was gonna happen. They were like, Willow, your test was so good, you qualified to be a member of the CIA or some shit. Like, I don't know about this.
What is all this?
You've been selected to meet with Mr. McCarthy, head recruiter for the world's leading software concern.
Okay, Willow's getting recruited by Elon Musk.
Only one other Sunnydale student met our criteria.
Oh, is he gonna... The mustache dude! I was about to say! This is how they meet, finally.
Point is, no one blinks an eye if you want to spend all your days with books. What am I supposed to do? Carve steaks for a nursery?
She could be like a writer or something.
Well, now there's a thought. Have you ever considered law enforcement?
I don't want to be a cop. All cops are bastards. Child's get with the program. She could be like a writer or something like that. Dula Schmitz.
You remember the book that was stolen from the library by a vampire a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
By Dulac. Damn it. The book was said to contain rituals and spells that reap unspeakable evil. However, it was written in archaic Latin so that nobody but the sect members could understand it.
But maybe the key is in the body. Los Angeles. Oh, is this the assassins? Oh my god, look at this fucking hard ass dude. Did they say there were like 3 of them? Maybe, I don't remember. Yeah, who is this man?
I'm not selling anything, so
Okay.
I'm not asking you to buy, just to accept a few free samples.
Free?
Absolutely.
That's the magic word. Don't let people inside that easily. That was a pretty great scream, actually. Okay, so that's 2 of them. We're gonna see the 3rd one coming from down a plane. I was going to guess that it was gonna be a woman. If we go by like the narrative rules of storytelling, if there's 3 of them. Okay, we're skating. Ice skating. She's pretty good at it. I'm guessing this is Sarah Michelle Gellar just doing this. I mean, I say pretty good. I've never done this, so I don't know how difficult it might be. Assassin number 1. Oh boy. So is he a vampire or what is he? Oh! Cool. This guy's just a tough dude. Yeah! I was gonna say, slice his head off with the fucking with skates.
Under our feet right now.
Okay, that's one. That was like too easy. That was like too easy. I think there's something else going on. I think that is strength.
What?
You shouldn't have to touch me when I'm like this.
Yeah. I thought it would be that. She doesn't mind that, so.
I didn't even notice.
Aww. It's kind of cute. High alert. I'm worried. I worry. Number 3.
It's a society of deadly assassins dating back to King Solomon.
And
Okay.
didn't they beat the Elks this year in the Sunnydale Adult Bowling League Championships?
Their credo is to sow discord and kill the unwary.
Are you saying I can't handle this? That I'm not strong enough to fight these people?
Don't do this.
You can kill as many of them as you like. It won't make any difference. Where there's one, there will be another. And another. Some are human. Some are not.
What the fuck am I looking at? So, he just killed that woman. There's a bunch of maggots just... Alright. Okay. So this man is ultimate life form cars. Yeah, she's paranoid, as she should be. There's hitmen on her ass. Like, one of them is literally staking her house. And the other one, we have the... Isn't that him?
Try it.
Try what?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's a tense person.
Yeah, she is. How are we gonna resolve this? I mean, what is Spike paying them? Like, did he just ask them, hey, come kill this person? There has to be some kind of transaction that Spike had on them. I mean, our main cast doesn't know that, but I'm wondering that.
Perhaps my words of caution were a little too alarming.
You think?
Maybe. Like, maybe there's not 1,000 assassins on her ass. Maybe it's just 3. Like, we can kill 3 dudes. We already got 1. And it was like the shortest fight in the entire show. Is he not home? Maybe he's out trying to... Oh, maybe... Oh, no. Assassin number 3, the lady, she came for Angel, maybe. Because assassin number 3 would even know that Angel was a vampire. So she could have come prepared. Oh, that's bad. That doesn't bode well. Maybe he's out just patrolling. Maybe he was out trying to find Buffy. She's just gonna sleep in his bed. I suppose she can't go home, so... Hi.
Oh,
They know him.
hey, Angel.
Ooh.
Don't be that way. I treat you vamps good. I don't hassle you. You don't hassle me. We all enjoy the patronage of this establishment. Everybody's happy, right?
Who sent them?
Ooh.
Was it Spike?
Look, Angel, I got some good pig's blood in. Good stuff. My friend said...
I'm worried about Angel.
And that freaky chick of his...
Yeah, I was worried. Who is it? It's her, yeah. Dodged? Yeah, okay.
Who are you? If you tell me what I need to know, I won't hurt you. You think this is funny?
Okay, she locked him away, I guess.
I think it is funny now. That girl, the one I saw you with before,
You stay away from her.
the sun will be coming in a few hours.
Ooh. That is true.
More than enough time for me to find your girlfriend.
I think you should go to her house and check on her.
Go to Angel's house. There was like literally only like 3 places anyone could be at any given time.
I don't know. Get Cordelia to drive you.
Yes, get Cordelia in the plot.
I believe the purpose is to restore a weak and sick vampire back to full health.
A vampire like Drusilla?
Exactly.
Missing bloody link, it was.
Right. Right in front of us.
I can't even believe you. You dragged me out of bed for a ride?
Like, I'm guessing the house was trapped with... Oh no, it's him.
Free samples?
Free?
Oh no! Yeah, it is the morning time. He's trying to get out. Shit. Oh, that's pretty bad. I thought maybe you could duck under it, but no. Number 3.
You must be number 2.
Well, you call her number 2. I'll call her number 3. That's how you...
Who are you?
Who am I? You attacked me. Who the hell are you?
I'm Kendra, the vampire slayer.
Okay, that's... Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Fooling people? thank you for joining me. Because, okay, so, like, there can only be one Slayer at any given time. They did say that. I remember the rules, so... No, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it right now. Okay, so first things first, that was a two-parter. So we got a two-parter now. We got two-parter episodes. I was gonna say, I don't think we ever had one, but we did on the first episode of the show. There was a two-parter at the very beginning of the show, but I don't think ever since then we've ever had a two-parter. We've had elements from an episode carry into another episode, which is also the case here with the book that was stolen and all that. But, okay, I'm really curious about the fucking tarot cards that Drusilla was looking at. Okay, so at the very end, they were like, oh, the thing we needed was right in front of us all along or some shit like that, right? Which one? Right in front of us the whole time. And then they have this card. And, okay, here's the thing. I'm not even sure if what she's looking at are real tarot cards or not. Okay, maybe they are. But even if they are, they might not be Major Arcana because I only really know Major Arcana and only barely. I don't know what this is. It's like a fallen angel. Fallen Angel Tarot. No, there's a brand of tarot cards that is called Fallen Angel. Oh. Duh. It's a fallen angel. I should take it at more face value than I am, you know? Maybe I should just take it as literally as possible. She has to get angel. And the fun part about that is that I thought about it, right? I thought, well, what does she need to get? And then I was like, well, it's probably a person. Who does she need to get? What is the person that she has the most affinity to besides Spike? It's Angel. I thought Spike or Angel. It is Angel. So they have to kill Angel, I guess. Go fall in Angel. I mean, that's literally what the card is. So therefore, we have to kill Angel. Okay, that's literal. I should take things as literal as possible sometimes instead of just googling fucking tarot card meanings. I do wonder though, like there is the 3 cards that they show me right away, and my mouse disconnected. It's been doing that. I need to buy a new one. I'm gonna do it this week probably. Yeah, so number 15 is the devil. So that one was a chump. That one just went away real quick. I have no idea what the fuck the one in the middle is, but it's literally just a bug. And then you have, I think that is strength. Which one is strength? No, strength is number 8. Which one is this? Is this a real card, like at all? Because I'm looking at the number of it, and it seems like it's a fucked up bastardized version of the number 3, but like badly written. Maybe it's not a V, maybe it's an X, and also it's badly written. And it's supposed to be strength, which is 8. Otherwise, I have no idea what that is. I'm looking at all the colors here. I don't think that's one I should know. Okay, I'm talking about tarot too much. I'm focusing on the wrong things. This is not important. This is literally just to satisfy my own curiosity. Let's start right at the ending. Kendra, was that her name? Okay, so right away, I know that that's not how the rules work, at least as far as I am told. The rules that I've been told was that there can only be one Slayer at any given time. I think it's always a girl, and that's just it, right? And there I had a bunch of questions about like, well, is it like a generational thing? Is it a thing of like whenever one dies, another one is born? Is it a thing of like whenever one dies, the power transfers into another living girl? I don't know how that works. But this right here at the ending comes at me with, hey, there's another woman here and she's the Slayer also. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. First things first, I like that. I like that. I've said before that I would love to see the same premise, but like with different main characters in different settings, right? Like, okay, sure, we follow Buffy, the white suburban girl in California, America in the 90s. I would also love to follow, like, I don't fucking know, Himiko, the Japanese woman in the Edo period, Japan, being also Vampire Slayer, you know? Or like a Middle Eastern Slayer. Or like everywhere around the world Slayer, right? And across time. I would love to see that. That's just a me thing, but I personally really like stories where you can do that, right? Like my favorite show of all time, manga of all time, things of all time, I've said. I mentioned this a lot, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and something that show does is that it has multiple main characters across different periods of time, right? And that's something I really like in media, and I would have love to see this premise of the show, seeing just a main cast of characters and learning about them and having this own like storyline, and then it ends, and then we follow another one at a different point in time and stuff. The fact that Kendra popped on in here and she's like, I'm also the Slayer, I'm just sitting here like, okay, where do we want to go with this? Okay, option number 1, maybe she's wrong, maybe she's not the Slayer. Option number 2, Buffy's wrong, Buffy's not the Slayer. Which would be really funny, and I kind of hope that's the case, because it would be really funny that like 10% into the run Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we discover that Buffy is not the Vampire Slayer. That would be really funny. That would be like the funniest shit in the universe. I would love that, because like the title doesn't matter. Like if she's doing it, then she's a Vampire Slayer. But just the fact that she's not the prophesized one, that doesn't matter, right? That's like a fucking, I don't know, Saiyan thing, you know? Like, I'm the legendary Super Saiyan. And then the Super Saiyan shows up and you're like, well, shit. Like, what do you mean I'm not the legendary Super Saiyan? And it's like, no, it's Broly. Another alternative, one that I randomly thought about when I was talking about like different times, maybe she's a time traveler. Sure, whatever. We can roll with that. Maybe the rules of only one Slayer at a time do not apply if a Slayer literally walks out of time into another time. Then there's 2 Slayers. Maybe it's like a regional thing. Maybe there was a mistranslation and it's only like, oh, there's 1 Slayer per continent or something like that. It's also another mistranslation thing of like, nah, we didn't mean 1, we meant like 100. And then we had multiple Slayers across time. That would be awesome. Otherwise, I have like no fucking clue. Like the writers were wrong, or she's wrong, or Buffy's wrong. Someone is wrong here. Somebody has been lied to, and I'm not sure who it was. But if she actually is a Slayer, then it would be really cool, because it means that she's an ally or a potential ally, and I don't think she's gonna stick around. If she did, I would be really into that. I'm all in for expanding the cast with more interesting characters, but I don't know, like, I compared this show to Power Rangers before. I really like Forever Red. For those of you who don't know, Power Rangers, I mean, there's multiple seasons with multiple characters, and they're all Power Rangers in their own different regions. There's an episode where, like, literally every single Red Ranger shows up and they all team up together, and it's really cool. There's another one, I think it's called, like, Legendary Battle. I didn't watch it. This is, like, much more modern than my era, but I think there's an episode where, like, literally everyone showed up, and it's just, like 1,000 Power Rangers, everyone in costumes. And I kind of want to see Buffy do that with multiple Slayers. I want an episode where it's just like Slayer meetup, you know? I want 5 different Slayers to show up and they all have to team up together to fight Spike or whoever the fuck, you know? That would be really cool. I would be really into that. This is just me hoping that some like stupid shit like that happens, because I really want to see it. That this is not based on anything. This is not a prediction. This is just my hopes for the future. Kendra just opens up a lot of possibilities here, and all of this conversation could be completely pointless because maybe she's just not a Slayer, but I just kind of hope she is, because if that's the case, then oh man, we can do some many cool things in the future then. Okay, jump into like actually predictions. Fallen Angel. So Drusilla has to eat Angel or something in order for her to be healed. Can we do that without Angel dying? Like, I want Drusilla to stick around. I like her, but I also don't want to lose Angel. He's cool. I like him. So I'm wondering, maybe it's a thing where she has to suck his blood or something, and he won't die, but I feel like she has to kill him. Like, I feel like that's the plot. Fuck, like, I don't like that. And I also feel like, okay, like, sure, I'm not a writer for the show in 1997 or whatever, but like, if I was writing for the show, I wouldn't do that shit, because I'm just sitting here like, I'm choosing between 2 really cool characters, which one lives, and I'm just sitting here like, well, I don't want either of them to go. Like, the show is gonna last for I don't know how many fucking good seasons, then fuck it, I don't want to lose Drusilla, and I don't want to lose Angel. Maybe that's why Angel the spin-off exists. Maybe it's all a prequel. Maybe Angel the spin-off exists because Angel dies in the main show, and then they were like, well, he's really cool. we don't want to let him go. So then they were like, all right, you can get more Angel. We can all get more Angel in the show Angel, but he's dead in the main show. They could do that. And if they do that, then I suppose there would be an opening for Kendra to come in and she can kind of take his place. I mean, not really, because Angel is less of a fighter and more of a love interest. So I don't know if they could do that. Oh god, I just saw the dude with the fucking maggot hand just swarming maggots and shit. I didn't like that. I don't know if it was maggots or worms or centipedes. I don't know what it was. I don't like that guy. He's gross. He's very gross. I don't like it. Like, something like that happened in Good Omens one time. I didn't like it either. It was really bad. And speaking of, it finally happened. I did look into the screen right as the spiders were popping in, because I was alt-tabbing doing something else, and then I alt-tabbed back in, and I was paying full attention, and I saw the spiders, and I screamed like an idiot. Hopefully that was funny for you guys, because for me it wasn't. I don't know what else to talk about this episode. I mean, okay, no. There are things to talk about. It's just that because this episode didn't have a resolution, because this is a part 1, I'm just sitting here like, well, there wasn't really something for me to latch on at the end other than just possibilities and clues about weird things with Kendra. But okay, I'm skimming through the episode. They're all doing career work, which is, again, another example of me not knowing what the fuck this is because it's not part of my culture. But I can get enough information from looking at what the characters are saying on what is happening in order to determine what it was. And the most important thing about that is just, well, it's Buffy's struggle of I just want a normal life. I can talk about this again, but I feel like we do it like every 2 or 3 episodes. I kind of don't want to do it. Because I've said everything I wanted to say on that aspect. It's just the fact that like every time it happens and Giles says something like, but this is your duty, I'm just sitting here like, we've done this like 5 times already in this season alone. And I feel like we had so many episodes where we already resolved it, in the sense of like, Giles should be more tactful and Buffy should be a little bit more mature. Not too mature, because she's allowed to not be fully mature, but Giles knows that and he should allowed not to do that. Like, we literally had like 3 episodes where we already had this like resolution, and then we forget it sometimes, you know? I feel like they just bring it back for drama whenever it suits them. And then they have episodes where they go like, yeah, we learned our lesson, and then they don't. So sometimes it feels a little bit forced. It's not something terrible for me. It's just like a thing where like I need to point it out, because I feel like, I know this show has like 9 writers or whatever. They like every episode is written by like a different person. So I can imagine that going from writer to writer, sometimes a writer will write this thing of like, hey, they like at the end of the fucking cult episode, like with the snake god or whatever, whoever, like that episode didn't really matter in terms of like plot, but in that episode there was this thing of like Buffy going crazy, and Giles being like, sorry, I pushed you too hard, and Angel also being like, sorry, I wasn't too honest with you, and then it felt like things were cool. And then in this episode, Giles is once again being too hard on Buffy, and every time Buffy says like, please don't do that, Giles keeps pushing, and I'm just sitting here like, bro. Sorry, that's too much of a nitpick, but it's there. Apparently Elon Musk is coming to see Willow, or came and saw Willow like off screen and we just didn't see it, right? Like some like big shot like software dude or something. I suppose it would be more like Bill Gates came down to see Willow, and it's just like, hey, we've been keeping an eye on you. And I'm just sitting here like, that sounds creepy. Don't keep an eye on teenagers, right? Like, I don't think they were like school staff or anything. I think that was literally just like, yeah, we work for this like billionaire. We've been keeping an eye on you. I'm sorry? But yeah, if anything, that serves as the thing where she goes into this room and they go like, yeah, we only saw one other person in this school who qualified. And then I'm just sitting there like, it's going to be the mustache guy. And before I could say it, we see him. He's sitting right there. The mustache guy who plays the guitar. Because we've seen that he's like smart, or like a real person, when he was talking to some other dude in the band. So he finally meets with Willow. We've been waiting for this to happen because you can see it coming. It finally happened this episode. We didn't really see much. She just walked in there, and then that guy was there, and he was like, you want this food? I don't know what it was. And then we cut away, and we never saw the resolution to that. But we need to file that meeting has happened for the future. Maybe we'll see next episode something coming from that, maybe more in the future, but I feel like a relationship might arise. And the thing about this is that I think I met this prediction already. I predicted Willow is gonna get in with this guy, because Willow is suffering from the Sander thing, and this guy is going to be there for her in her time of need, and then she's going to be like, oh, you're really cool, and he's like, yeah, thanks, man. And I feel like that guy is going to get into trouble. Maybe he will like fight for Willow or something, and then he's gonna get into trouble, and then we're gonna have to rescue him, and that guy's gonna fucking die, and I think Willow is also gonna fucking die trying to save him, and then we're all gonna get fucking depressed, and that's the moment when Sander's gonna realize, shit, Willow was really good. That was literally my prediction. So if it's anywhere getting close to that, then fuck this show, but also I fucking call that shit. I just realized we didn't see Miss Calendar at all this episode. It makes sense after previous episode, but still. We got a lot of Spike and Drusilla here, which was good. I don't want to see Drusilla go. Like, that's something I realized watching this. I'm just sitting here like, oh, are we doing this thing where, like, she's dying? And, like, I mean, you can see that she's, like, ill in some way. But are we doing this thing where, like, we're running out of time and she needs, like, to get fixed or she's gonna fucking die? If that's the case, I don't want that. Like, I'm kind of rooting for the bad guys here just because I don't want to lose Drusilla. She's a fun character. But then they hit me with the, we need to kill Angel. So, okay. I don't know how to feel about that then. I don't know who to root for anymore. I suppose Angel, I want him to stay, but I really like Drusilla as a character, so I hope she stays for a while. Giles did get Buffy a little bit too paranoid because she was like, you know, this order of assassins, you can't fight them, you can't compete with them, and they're gonna come after you one after another and they're never gonna stop. Like, that was a little bit like, okay, sure, you're preparing her, but also she's freaking the fuck out and we see it. More than that, like, I thought that when he said that, I was like, oh shit, there's going to be a ton of assassins coming in. I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. But then I thought about it and I was like, I think he was overreacting. I think it's literally just 3 of them. Like, I think it's literally just the 3 that we've seen. I suppose this arises the question of like, who are the assassins? They said some of them are human, some of them are not. We see that one of the guys seemed to be human. He died very easily. It's funny because that guy was the devil. I mean, the devil is... Okay, I don't remember what the devil card signifies. Whatever, that guy's just gone. I shouldn't look too much into these cards because they literally, like, don't matter in JoJo either. So I shouldn't give a shit about them here either. Okay, but if the Slayer is strength, like Kendra, strength meaning card... Triumphant conclusion to a major life problem. Situation of temptation through strength of character. It is a very happy card if you're fighting illness or recovering from an injury. I mean, maybe I should be reading these cards as readings for Drusilla. Then it would make sense for it to be strength. Angel is fighting for his life to get outside of this cage before the sun gets to him. I'm gonna say he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be just fine. Either the guy from the shop is gonna break him out. Maybe not. I don't think so because he hasn't already. Someone in the crew is somehow going to find him. Or Spike is going to save him. Because they need to get Angel in order to suck the blood out of Angel or something. Or whatever Drusilla needs, right? They're not going to let Angel just die to sunlight. So, yeah, that would make sense. The bad guy is saving Angel because they need him. I don't know what else to talk about. Sorry if this was a little bit quick. Also, I said I probably wasn't going to record this tonight, but I ended up doing so anyway because I wanted to talk about it real quick. But also, this episode didn't have a resolution, so I feel like there's not a lot I can say. They asked Buffy, like, maybe you could be a police officer, and her career thing said, you could be a police officer. And Buffy's like, I don't want that. I get you, girl. All cops are bastards. I'm with you on that one. I feel like she could be a writer. And given, not everyone can be a writer, but a writer is a job that is like accepted by society. Like, I feel like she could be a good writer, and you can look at her and be like, well, how is this chick gonna be a writer? But no, I feel like she could because she has enough life experiences that she could write about them, things that she's learning, monsters that she's fighting. She could use all of that as material. And also, being a writer is not something that requires you to have like a 9-to-5 job at an office. You don't have a particular schedule you're applying to. You kind of just go at your own pace. So I feel like that would be an acceptable job in society to have if you're also a vampire slayer. I feel like she could have that. I guess you can make the argument of like Buffy doesn't want to be a writer because that would also not be like a normal job to have. And then at that point, I'm just like, you're being too picky, girl. Like, I feel like being a writer is a perfectable, acceptable job in society. It's much better than like social media influencer or whatever the fuck. Like, and those people get paid, bro. So like, I feel like she could just be a writer. She could write about her experiences and the things that she's learning and the monsters she's fighting. She could be an amazing fantasy writer and just go at her own pace and just do that and also go fight vampires. And after a busy day's work of fighting vampires, she could go back and be like, let me write about what happened, you know? She could do that. I feel like that would work out for her. I feel like that would be a nice thing she could do. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode reaction. I just have a lot of questions and confusion about Kendra. Kendra, yes. I'm excited because this could open the doors for something really cool. And by that, I mean, I want to see like 10 Vampire Slayers show up and they all team up together, like fucking Power Rangers. I want to see that. I want to see the Forever Red of Buffy. Anyway, that's going to be it for this reaction episode. Thank you everyone for showing up. And okay everyone, thank you so much for watching this reaction video to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions and full reactions just supporting the channel, you can do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff I do. See you guys next time. Bye bye everyone. Take care.